welcome back. It's so good to see you. So today we're going to be looking at a little pamphlet of some local theater productions that are going to be coming up. As I'm sure you're aware, my daughter was in a play recently, and when we were there, they had all these little pamphlets throughout the theater. So I thought it would be fun to share it and read it with you. I always love theater. I just love it. I think it's so exciting and different, and I guess because it's live and anything can happen. But I think that people who can do theater are probably some of the best actors and actresses, because there's no cut, there's no retake, it's like you just gotta know your stuff, you know. So I think whoever can do that is extremely talented. Let's see, this is Stage Right of Texas. Now, I think this is only at that one specific theater. There are several theaters in that area, so I think they each have their own different programs and stuff like that. But this is shows or productions that will be going on from the rest of 2022 and then continuing on to 2023. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what kind of shows they are going to be hosting or putting on. Now, I know the writing is very small, so you might not be able to read along with me, but that's okay. So it looks like up until July 2023, they have their productions already mapped out. This one was already over, but the next one is going to be this. So let's just read about this one and then we'll move on to the next. So this is Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. I feel like there was a movie. I think all of these are movies. But I feel like there was a movie with Johnny Depp. Is that it? And Michelle Pfeiffer, and they were on a train and somebody committed murder. I think it was an Agatha Christie remake or something like that. But it would be interesting to see on stage, you know. But this was from September 9th to the 25th, 2022. It says, just after midnight, a snowdrift stops the Orient Express in its tracks. The luxurious train, surprisingly full for the first time of the year, but by the morning, it is one passenger fewer. An American tycoon lies dead in his compartment, stabbed a dozen times, his door locked from the inside. Isolated and with a killer in their midst, the passengers rely on Detective Hercule Poirot to identify the murderer in case he or she decides to strike again. That would have been really cool to see live, you know? Really cool. Let's see. This is Rent. No Day But Today. I've never seen Rent. I know that I'm pretty sure they actually made a Rent movie as well. I've never seen it, so I don't know what it's about. But this is from October 21st to November 6th, 2022. It says, based loosely on Puccini's La Boheme, Jonathan Larson's Rent follows a year in the life of a group of impoverished young artists and musicians struggling to survive and create in New York's Lower East Side under the shadow of HIV/AIDS. The physical and emotional complications of the disease pervade the lives of Roger, Mimi, Tom, and Angel. Maureen deals with her chronic infidelity through performance art. Her partner, Joanne, wonders if their relationship is worth the trouble. Benny has sold out his bohemian ideals in exchange for a hefty income and is on the outs with his former friends. Mark, an inspiring filmmaker, feels like an outsider to life in general. How these young bohemians negotiate their dreams, loves, and conflicts provides the narrative thread to this groundbreaking musical. Strong adult themes. Interesting. I might have to check that out. I mean, I don't want to go to the theater to see it, but I'm sure I can find it online somewhere. Okay, this looks like Monty Python's Spamalot. That sounds familiar. And Monty Python is a comedian, right? So it's probably going to be funny. That's weird. They usually do a Christmas play, but I don't see a Christmas play. That's interesting. Maybe that's special or something, because this is all the way to December 18th, but they don't open again until February 10th. That's weird. I have been to 2 of their Christmas plays, and they were just fantastic. Fantastic. Spamalot tells the legendary tale of King Arthur's quest to find the Holy Grail, inspired by the classic comedy film Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The musical also diverts a bit from more traditional versions of the legend. Instead, Spamalot features shenanigans, including a line of beautiful dancing girls, flatulent Frenchmen, and killer rabbits. Outside there is a plague with a 50% chance of pestilence and famine. Throughout the show, Arthur travels with his servant Patsy, recruiting several knights to accompany him on his quest, including Sir Bedivere, Sir Robin and Sir Lancelot and Sir Galahad, besides the rabbits and farting Frenchmen. They meet such characters as the Lady of the Lake, Prince Herbert, Tim the Enchanter, Not Dead Fred, the Black Knight, and the Knights Who Say Nay. That might be quite interesting to watch. That sounds interesting. Okay. Let me scoot this up a little bit. Okay. In the Heights. I feel like they had something like that on HBO. I can't remember. Yeah. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah. So this is In the Heights from February 10th to the 26th, 2023. Written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the same writer as Hamilton. Oh my god, Hamilton is fantastic. I loved it. And composer of Encanto. I didn't like that so much. That we don't talk about Bruno thing. Oh my gosh, awful. In the Heights tells the universal story of a vibrant community in New York's Washington Heights neighborhood, a place where the coffee from the corner bodega is light and sweet, the windows are always open, and the breeze carries the rhythm of 3 generations of music. It's a community on the brink of change, full of hopes, dreams, and pressures, where the biggest struggles can be decided with traditions you take with you and which ones you leave behind. I do remember this. I watched the movie and I thought it was great until the end, and then I was just so mad. This was quite disappointing. I don't think I would want to see that again. Okay, this is interesting. Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado About Nothing, April 7th to the 23rd, 2023. Much Ado About Nothing is a comedy by William Shakespeare. Thought to have been written in 1598 and 1599, my goodness. The play was included in the first folio published in 1623. This must be a good play if they're still doing it. The play is set in Messina, and revolves around 2 romantic pairings that emerge when a group of soldiers arrive in the town. The first, between Claudio and Hero, is nearly altered by the accusations of the villain, Don John. The second romance, between Claudio's friend, Benedict, and Hero's cousin, Beatrice, takes center stage as the play goes on, with both characters' wit and banter providing much of the humor. That would be interesting. I would probably like that. Although sometimes Shakespeare is like hard for me to understand. Like, are they going to modernize the language? Because some stuff I'm like, I don't know what these words mean. Okay, now this one is quite interesting to me. It's Disney's The Little Mermaid, July 7th to the 23rd, 2023. The reason why it's interesting is because she's a mermaid. How are they going to do the water scenes? You know what I mean? Like, how does that work? I don't know. Based on one of Hans Christian Andersen's. Oh, I wonder if Disney used a lot of this guy, because he also did Frozen. Yeah, most beloved stories in the classic animated film, Disney's The Little Mermaid is a hauntingly beautiful love story for the ages. With music by 8-time Academy Award winner Alan Menken, lyrics by Howard Ashman and Glenn Slater, and a compelling book by Doug Wright, this fishy fable will capture your heart with its irresistible songs, including Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, and Part of Your World. Ariel, King Triton's youngest daughter, wishes to pursue the human Prince Eric in the world above, bargaining with the evil sea witch Ursula to trade her tail for legs. But the bargain is not what it seems, and Ariel needs the help of her colorful friends Flounder the fish, Scuttle the seagull, and Sebastian the crab to restore order under the sea. That makes The Little Mermaid just sound fantastic. I do like The Little Mermaid. But how are they gonna do that on stage? Like, that'll be quite interesting. Anyway, so yeah, that is the stuff that they're gonna be doing at this local theater. I want to go see one. I wish I could go see that one, but it's over already. we'll see. My husband always is like, the theater. But then when my daughter does her, play, he's always like, oh yeah. Like, because he was thinking last year, he said this. He was like, I thought it was going to be terrible. Because it's a children's play, right? And, like, I don't know if he was thinking of, like, school plays or something like that. But the productions that she is in, they end up quite entertaining and nice, So he always gets excited after she's in her play because he's like, I really do like the theater